This conference will now be recorded.
You have 8 domains in CISSP. Okay, so the domain will include one is security and risk management, which is 10%. Okay, 1 minute.
Okay.
Domain and risk management, which is 10%. Okay, and the other one will be asset security,
Okay.
which is 10%. Sorry,
Okay.
domain and security and risk management is
Yeah.
security and risk management, which is 16%. Asset security will be 10%.
Okay.
And you have after that you will have security architecture and engineering.
Okay.
Which will be around 13%. Okay, and the next will be communication network security. Which will be around 13% again. And then you will have identity and access management,
Okay.
which is 13%. And security assessment and training.
Okay.
Sorry, testing. And testing, which is 12%. And security operations, which is again 13%. Software development, which is 10%. So let me calculate this. Okay, not required. So these are the domains, actually 8 domains. 1,
Okay.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Okay.
1 minute. Hanavi. ಅದು ಪ್ರೊಪೆಲ್ ಡಿ ಇದು ನಾನು ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಪ್ರೊಪೆಲ್ ಡಿ ಅಂತ, ಅದು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಲೋನ್, ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದು. ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಅದು ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಹೌದೌದು, ಅದಿರೋದು ಅಪ್ ಟು ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ಏನೋ ಇದೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸರಿ. ಸಾರಿ.
That's okay.
So in this, you have any doubts, or I'll just give you a brief of the security and risk management. Will focus mainly on the risk management, risk identification, assessment, mitigation, and acceptance.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this will mainly focus on the risk identification, assessment, mitigation, and acceptance. But
yeah,
so
risk register procedure.
Yeah. So before this, we need to know some of the basics. Okay. Before we start off the CISSP, we will complete with some of the basics of an organization, what is required. Okay, because I've seen people that they are lacking in few of the basics. Like, for example, what is an audit? Can you tell me what is an audit? You are from the audit background only, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
See, audit is nothing but the assessment of the controls deployed as per the requirement. Okay, it can be customer requirement or it can be regulatory requirement. Okay, assessing the control
Okay.
and sometimes assessing the effectiveness of the controls.
Okay, that is correct. But the audit is for whenever we say as audit, it is only the validation of
Correct,
whatever is required for the business. That is the
correct.
audit. Assessment is nothing but the validation of controls or anything like that. Whatever needs to be implemented within the organization, whether it is as per the controls or something like that. Okay, but in
Mm.
brief, audit is nothing but whatever I agree whether it is correct or not. So that
Checking.
verification is nothing but an audit.
Okay.
So verifying if everything is perfectly fine and all those things, that is audit. So to be very in a simple English.
Mm. Mm.
Now in a business, we have a lot of ways to take up the business. So we have you have this one, right? Regulatory audits and sorry, regulatory requirements, and also uh, what happens in CISSP is they will need to know the core in-depth, means they will have to know after the CISSP is completed, they will have to know for what that CISSP or what is the requirement for an organization. On the higher level, they expect the organization should, means that person should be knowing on the organization level. Whatever you pick up, whether it is architecture, whether it is audit, or whether it is business perspective. So what happens is when in the first stage, so once we know that audit is nothing but a process where you will verify if everything is as per the documented procedure or not. That is audit. So the second thing is how are you going to how are you going to check whether it is as per the business requirement. So you will have to know what is the business, right? What is the nature of business.
Correct. Correct.
So if the nature of business is like, let's say for that, let us give a scenario that even I am I am in US and I wanted to outsource some part of my business to India. Okay.
Okay.
So at that point of time, let's say you are taking up a part of business from my
Mm.
side. So you are proposing from your side. So what is the risk on my side and what is the risk on your side? So the risk will be if I am outsourcing, I will have to follow the government regulations.
Correct.
Correct. So I cannot give the part of the business to India without the government knowledge. So that will become unethical and that will not be a legal thing. So we have to bring it to the government notice and we'll have to abide with the government laws and regulations, right?
Correct.
So that is the regulatory requirements, legal and regulatory requirements. So now let's say the nature of business. So let's say uh, if you are verifying if you are verifying the now let's say I am having a business of call center in US
Okay.
where
Mm.
they will do the marketing. Okay. So they will check for the insurance department. Means they are the insurance marketing and disbursement department. So they will have to check
Mm.
the users or the customers uh, you know uh, actual the requirement of how means whether that person is having any disease or not. So that will be your challenge area which you wanted to outsource. Now which I wanted to outsource. Now when I outsource that part of a business to a company in India, then what will happen is I will have to abide with the rules and regulations, which is a part of means which as per the US laws and regulations. And the company who is taking the part of the business in India should be should be compliant with the regulations which is required by the US laws and regulations.
Correct.
So,
Example, the SOC audit, right? SOC 1, SOC 2,
so yeah,
SSA
SOC
8.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when I'm talking about health, that is, the health related, then it is a HIPAA.
HIPAA. Correct. Health related HIPAA. Correct.
HIPAA. So I'm talking about the health related with related to insurance and all, a
Okay.
person's individual insurance and all. So when I outsource that a part of my business to uh, a company in India, what happens is the company who is taking that particular project should be compliant as per the US laws. And what will be the minimum requirement? Minimum requirement will be, they have to comply with the HIPAA regulations,
Hmm.
because I am outsourcing a part of the outsourcing a part where the users will actually see the health conditions of a citizen who is in
NPI.
US.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that is a part of HIPAA, right?
Correct.
HIPAA controls. So now what happens is, when we uh, when there is a person, when there is an agent who is talking to the US customer with related to any kind of diseases, and what is the, if there is any pre-existing disease or anything which they want to verify, they will check on the health conditions, right? So that is that is related to the HIPAA standard. So that is nothing but Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. So now that will come under PHI, personal health insurance, right?
Correct. Personal health information. Hmm.
Yeah, Vinod, yeah. ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿ. ಹೌದೌದು, 181/30. ಅಲ್ಲ, 30 ಹಾ. Yes, yes, 30. Okay. 1 minute, please.
Okay.
Hi, Kiran. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was telling you about PHI also, right? That is personal health information. Whatever is required for an agent to verify, or when somebody in India agent, if he is asking about the health related records, whether he is how many days from how many days he is not well, or is there any diseases with which you have from so many days or something like that, that is also personal health information. Okay, the minimum barest minimum questions if they ask, so that would be the barest minimum, so that is also personal health information. So these things are some of the means anything can be related to anything which is related to the health is will come under HIPAA.
HIP.
Okay, so like that. So, for example, if they are verifying the credit cards, which is outsourced, and they might ask for the credit card number or the debit card number or the address or anything like that, that also will be the uh, personal
PCID
information.
address. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is a PI data. 1 minute. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. So now,
Hmm.
uh, now, actually, that is what is the example which I told you. So that is one of the regulatory requirements. But why there are few controls? So according to my experience, when I was working under the healthcare organization, I was reading the MSA and all those things when I was in US. Okay, at that point of time, there were some clauses that will say that the organization, if it is in a particular region, okay, the part of the business should not be owned by that particular region itself. It has to be outsourced in a different region where they will be used as to verify. Okay, 1 minute. Hi Kiran, sorry, I'm continuously getting some verification calls.
Okay, okay. Mm.
Okay, so I was telling about the region, right? So a part of the business, they wanted to be outsourced. For example, verification of maybe the credit cards or verification of maybe the health related records. They don't want in the same region. Somebody should not be verified in the same region. That was the compliance records as per the regulatory requirement. Okay,
Okay,
so that has to
okay,
be outsourced. Yeah, so that can be outsourced to any. The only reason that is being outsourced is it can be not only in India. It can be outsourced to US or any part of the country. But the verification should not happen in the same region. That is what is the clause. As when I went,
okay,
so that was the clause. So wherever there is a manpower and the business where they will work out as per the FTA, that is full-time employee, when the cost is coming down, they will go by that only, right? So
correct.
that is what they will look for. And the person who is going to service, let's say Kiran is having a company in India, and if he wants to service a part of the business which is already in US, Kiran has to comply the regulations as per the US laws and regulations. So what happens is, for an example, we spoke about HIPAA. So when we speak about HIPAA, they, first is, the company should be the company which is outsourcing. Let's say I am outsourcing a part of business to Kiran. So when I am outsourcing, I should not come into a problem. So what I will do is I will see, yeah, the Kiran's company's background. Okay, from how many years the Kiran's company is there, and what is the bank statement, and what is there any. One second. Sorry, Kiran, to put you on hold again.
Yeah,
Hello.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kiran, to put you on hold again.
Okay.
So I was telling you about the business which is outsourced, right? So what
Yes.
happens, like when I am having a business, when I am outsourcing for a business which is outside or which I am not knowing or knowing, but uh, the minimum requirements of the company will be there. Like for example, the company has to be minimum of 3 years, the bank statement, the reputation of the business, everything I will check from my side. Okay, because I am outsourcing a part of my business to some other company, so that will be my regulation. So that is a part of it. So once that is been confirmed, now once that Kiran has confirmed, he has given all the details, then we will proceed for the next stage. What will be the next stage? Next stage will be whether whether that particular company is compliant as per the US regulations and requirements or laws. Okay, so if that is fine, then we will go ahead with the business talk. So now the next stage of the business will be agreement, right? So we will agree upon what will be the business terms and conditions. So for example, if the business, if you are not, if your agents are not available for certain period of time, then also I will be under loss, because the queries has to be addressed on some particular timeline. Okay, so if the queries are not addressed, then uh, I am having a company and that company might be under loss. So what I will do is I'll put a I will put a penalty clause that if your
Mm.
agents are not available for some period of time, means tolerable, so which is tolerable. So for example, if your agents are not available for maybe 1 hour, which is tolerable, then I will not, means there won't be any problem. But if it is going beyond 1 hour, I have all the means I will agree to that, saying that if it is, if the agents are not available beyond 1 hour, then I'll put some penalty clause. I'm just giving an example of a scenario. So now
Yeah, correct. Mm.
what happens is, when that kind of scenario comes, then the company which is there in India, they will say that okay, that is absolutely fine, but only if the uh, downtime, only if the agent's communication is not happening because of our Indian office. If it is not, if any circumstances happens because of the US connectivity or the US or because of the Vinod's company, okay, which is in US, in that case, then the penalty clause will not be valid. That is what you will counter the penalty clause like that. So you should
Correct.
also counter the penalty clause like that. So that is how, in the real time, we when we when we have a business talk, this is how we will communicate each other. So
Okay.
now after that, the MOM will be done. MOM will be done of the business talk, whichever has happened, and then there will be a agreement, mutual agreement, which will be done. Okay, so that is called as master service agreement.
Yeah, MSc.
Okay, based on that master service agreement, we will have the uh, we will have the standards, procedures, policies, and sorry, standards, policies, and procedures. Correct,
Got it.
and guidelines.
Yeah.
So first comes the, you know, any kind of agreement will be on the first place. So that will be on the higher level of the business. Now when the same thing is cascaded to the higher management, then there will be a standards and guidelines which should be followed by the organization, higher management, right,
Correct.
Kiran?
Yeah. I'm following.
Yeah, so once that is being followed, then the next stage will be your policies. Correct. So the policies can be maintained by a middle level management, or it depends on the it depends on the company, how they are going to, who is going to write the policies and all. Some companies, the policies might be verified, and some companies, they will ask another organization to write the policies for them. It is absolutely fine how they are maintaining the policy, but the policy should be maintained as per the MSA, right?
Correct. Correct.
MSA or SOA or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So then, then you will have, after the policies is done, then based on the policies, you will have the SMEs, or the on the ground level, the people will start working to adhere to the policy. So now, how do you ensure that the particular policy is being addressed? So you will have to write the procedures, so that on
Procedures.
the on the ground level, they will have to follow the procedure, so that the deviation will not be there, and you will have a control over the work
Requirement.
which is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So this is how the things are, the things are segregated in the organization from the top level to the bottom level. So
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
the procedure, one more example is, let's say if I am an SME, okay, I can do whatever I want, because I will have the complete access to the IT infrastructure. I can bring down the architecture, or I can bring down the business. I mean, I can bring down the connectivity, or something like that. So how will I protect it from the organization level? So on the either on the hierarchy level, I will say that these systems has to be monitored. So any activities should be monitored. There will be a procedure for that. Policy will be there. So this is the hierarchy from the top level business to the bottom level. Okay. So now,
Okay.
once this is being done, then the the next level is, as a business person, okay, I need to verify whether whatever is there in the organization is as per whatever we have agreed as per the MSA or not, whether it is
Correct.
compliant or not. Compliant means whether it is correct or not, in a simple English. So for that, what happens is, a business owner, okay, should ensure, because if anything goes wrong, the business will go wrong, right? The business will come down. So if anything goes wrong with the business, then the business will come down. So the business owner will perform and will ask somebody to check whether everything is as per the agreed MSA and the standards and the guidelines and all. So during that period of time, the audit will come into the picture. So the
Mm.
auditors will come and see whether the business is running as per the organization requirement or not. One second.
Yeah.
Hello. ಹೇಳಿ madam. Monday 20th. Okay. 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 Fine. Thank you, madam. Okay. Okay. Fine. So 20th, ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ 20th? 9 o'clock. Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Sorry. So the auditors, whether it is an internal audit or external audit, they will verify whether everything is as per the requirement, means as per the agreed business, whatever is running inside the organization is as per the business or not, right? So
Yeah.
this is what is the complete flow. That is the audit. Correct.
Yeah. Got it.
So this is the first level basics, Kiran, which everyone should know. That's why I will cover this in the first place.
No,
Okay,
no. Wait,
without that,
I'm actually very much comfortable whatever you have conveyed, but still
okay,
I had
yeah,
two learnings. Okay, in which the one thing
okay,
is some geographies mandate to outsource the project to the other geography is something learning
yeah,
for me. I learned the
yeah,
data sharing should not happen in such way. I learned, but this is
yeah.
something new to me,
Yeah,
surely.
data
And
sharing, see, data sharing is a control. Okay, so I
mm,
think you are
mm,
more aligned to the control because you will be seeing the CC, that is control
mm,
criteria
mm,
every time, right? So
mm,
that is
mm.
different. Control
Yeah.
criterias are different. And the
Mm,
you look, see, when you learn about CISSP or CISM or CISA, you should
mm.
learn or you should think from the organization perspective. So,
Mm.
what is the organization all about? How the business is running? That is the eagle viewpoint. So, when you have that kind of a view, then it will be easy for you to understand. Don't go from the bottom to the top level.
Okay. Okay.
So if you go from the bottom, you will be confused a lot because there will be a lot of things. Each and every organization will be different. So, for example, if I ask the procedure, the some organization will have hundreds of procedures. Some organization will have 50 procedures or maybe very less procedures. So
Mm.
you will never come to a conclusion that what are you going to achieve. So you have to come from the top to bottom architecture. So when you
Okay.
talk about the when you talk about CSM or CISA or CISSP, you will be considered as uh, architect for the running business.
Mm.
So you should think on the eagle eye viewpoint, where if you should be in a situation where if the control criteria is not there, okay, fine. Let's see what is on the agreed agreement, whether it is
MSA. Yeah.
SOA or NSA or any kind of agreement which is
Yeah.
agreed upon with the client. So let us see that particular agreement first,
Yeah.
then we will see the control criteria whether it is applicable or not. This should be the
Yeah.
approach. That approach we will come into, okay, later on.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
that level
normally
is
when audit happens, when customer says this is not deployed, then yeah,
correct,
we used to go to the contract and see whether they have requested that through contract or not. Then we'll
correct.
deploy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got your point. Yeah.
So that is how we have to look for any business. So that is one thing. And the second one, okay, is the security. Okay, so what kind of security you are going to implement? And let's say if I am giving a business, okay, to if I mean, when I say that I'm going to business, I'm just now considering myself as one of the business in US. So if I am giving a business to Kiran, so in which is in India, so now I will see the risk part of it also, right? So what is
Correct.
the security and what kind of risk I'm going to I'm going to have if that
Yeah.
particular business is not in place. So I'll put a penalty clause. So not only
Correct.
that, I
Unlimited
can also,
liability.
yeah, I cannot give the complete business to only one company.
Mm.
Okay, I have to see the continuity also. I have to have a business continuity. So if the Kiran is not able to perform the business for some reason, then I cannot keep idle or I cannot be quiet. So I will give to another company so that if that particular company, anything happens to that particular company, then I have another company to take care of the business,
Okay.
right? That particular
Correct.
part of the business. So now what has happened? Now what will happen is, the business is having a continuity. That means if one business is down, one company is down, then the other company is doing good, right? So
mm,
means I will get the work done from the other company. So that is the level of the continuity which I am planning on the from sitting from US. But for you, how will how will you think that the uh, business should not go down? So you will have some buffer,
correct,
associates buffer. So will you take the associates buffer just like that? It cannot be possible because there will be a cost, FTE cost associated to it.
correct.
Hello? Yeah? Sorry? ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಬನ್ನಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ B block 101. Okay. Okay, so I will think what is the if any agents are not responding over a period of time, so the business should not go down. So the penalty clauses will go high. So I'll keep 10% buffer. If you will agree upon saying that if you are putting so much of penalty clauses, then I will put 10% buffer from my side, and I will maintain business continuity on my side on all the levels. So you should bear the cost. Then when you say that, I will also agree upon it. So what will happen is you will have a 10% or 15% buffer based on the business agreement. So these are some of the things which you will take care on the business perspective.
Okay, okay,
Right. So these are some of the things on the business level. I'm sure you have a lot of experience in audits and all those things, but on the business perspective also, if you look at, there are many things like this which we will be discussing going forward. So I'm fortunate
sure.
enough to to work in a large BPO company where I was heading, means I was managing the all kind of certifications. On the hierarchy level, I was involved in business talks, and so I know about the business and how the system works and how it can be related with your security and the risk and all those stuff. So the same thing I can
Oh,
explain it to you as well.
sure,
Okay.
sure.
So this is how it is, and in any case, if there is any deviation, okay, that will be moved to the risk document,
Mm,
okay, on your organization level, so that in your organization level also the top management should come to know the ground reality, right? So for that,
correct,
you will have the policies, you will have the procedures. If there is any deviation in the policy and procedure, okay, over a period of time, if something is not going good, then there will be a threshold within your company itself. So we can the tolerable timeline will be there. So if the tolerable timeline is exceeded due to some reason, it has to be documented and it has to be showcased to the higher management, right?
correct,
So that is the requirement. So that is nothing but a risk document. You call it as asset risk register or anything,
correct.
whatever you call. It is a means it is a risk document. Whatever the timeline is exceeded, that can be a risk document. Whatever you can name it in any company, it is up to them.
Okay,
But a risk document should be there, which has to be documented and showcased to all the higher level higher level management, saying that this is the this is the thing which is going on and we are not able to fix it. So one example
yeah,
I will tell
basically
you.
the risk owners. Mm,
Yeah, one example I will tell you. We are still going and taking money from the ATMs. Those ATMs may be Windows XP, Windows 7, or Windows 10. We might not know. Correct. So still there are older, you know, uh, PCs lying out over there, and still we are using that, and that is a non-compliance because Still we are using it, and the bank people are using it, and bank is very stringent in their controls, right? But still, how they will be using it? Because they have the mitigation control for that.
Hmm.
Okay, they
Correct.
have a hardware security module which will be connected on top of the ATM machine, and there will be a security guard who will be monitoring the ATM machine, and there will be a CCTV camera, and the HSM will connect to their data center directly with their own protocols, with their own set of protocols. So that is how they mitigate. Okay, so the mitigation control also will be there. So if that mitigation is there, will they remove it from the risk register? No, they will not remove it.
No.
They will still keep it. They will see what is the progress and what is the work which is going on for mitigating that risk, and whether the time as per the within the timeline, whether it is being uh, you know uh, proper controls are there in place, and whether it is the regular audits are happening. All those things are there, a part of the business, right? So anything which is in the risk also should be managed and maintained.
Got it.
Okay, so this is how it is. So I think, can we end the session now?
Yeah, yeah, fine.
Okay,
Fine.
we will
So do
continue
we?
with the next class. So, how did you feel actually? Whether it is useful for you by elaborating the concepts, or
See,
do you want only to go by chapters?
no, no. See, it may vary upon the topics that we choose. I mean, 8 domains we have, right? Some topics,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very much comfortable. Some topics, like I said, SDLC and all, yeah, I may need very much in detail. So, yeah, surely I
No, no,
will
no,
let
no.
you
I am
know wherever I feel I have to go in deep, surely. But
okay. Okay,
this
no
session,
problem.
yeah,
See, what I
this
am
is fine.
trying to say is, if, when I go by concepts, is it okay with you, like what I have explained with you today, or you want to go only by the chapters? Like today,
Uh,
I was not, I
uh,
didn't, I there was no point for me to discuss all these things when it comes to CISS, because that is not related to CISSP. But I was just
mm,
telling you about the concepts and what is the basic requirement and importance of it.
yeah. Okay. See, the domain, the security and risk management domain, overall, what is the requirement? Uh, how it is uh, designed? Maybe I understood. So, are we going to discuss on the CASSP official guide material as well,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
how are we going to
yeah. We are going to discuss. So whatever I spoke to you today is only the basic requirements.
understanding? Okay.
Okay, so we are not going, means I have not gone through the chapters. This is the chapter actually.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, the first domain is only about, whatever the contents is there on the CISSP. That is not required, I think.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is the CISSP study guide and how you have to
Hmm.
go through and all that. That is not required. So we will be going by
Okay.
the chapter 2, which is cryptography now.
Okay. 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 Fine.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
what we will go by the next class.
Okay. Okay. Sure, Vin. Okay.
Okay, fine, Kiran.
So,
Kiran, have a great
regarding
weekend.
the materials and the schedule, uh, should I discuss with you or the spark from
You
the
can get in
this?
touch with Nirmala. She will give you that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Nirmala or Shirin.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So, do we have a session tomorrow?
Tomorrow, let me check. I might not be available tomorrow. We'll connect
Fine,
next
fine,
week.
no issues. No issues. See, we can plan. That's not a problem. See, at the end, we need to be in a comfortable position, both of us, so that it will actually lead to a good cause, right? So I'm fine, but as long as I get the schedule in advance, so I can also plan. Okay, if at all, see, there may be some
Okay.
cases, in worst case I may be also not available. So if I get
Okay.
the schedule well in advance, we can coordinate each other. But since I
Okay.
committed to this, I'll 99% I'll be available. Is there any other person going to join this batch, or am I the only person in this
I
batch?
am not sure actually who is going to join and all.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, fine, Then I'll coordinate with Nirmala. Okay. So
Okay.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Fine, Kiran. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Happy weekend.
Yeah. Happy weekend to you too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Hi, Ramya.